Welcome to On the Chain.
Here we go. So let's look at this right there. So John Deaton put this out. He said, these are the facts. They are not in dispute. I want to say like Deaton say that. They're not in dispute. These are the facts, you know. And March 23rd, 2017, Jay Clayton agrees to recuse himself from voting on any matter related to his law firm, Sullivan and Cromwell clients, right? November 30th, 2017, Lubin and Consensus, this is Joe Lubin, announced the Brooklyn Project, right? Look at these dates here. And then we go into December 13th, 2017, Hinman has a meeting with Lubin and Consensus and lawyers from Sullivan and Cromwell. That's Jay Clayton's law firm. Then on December 14th, Matt Corva of Consensus, along with lawyers from Sullivan and Cromwell, state that they're building an alliance with the SEC. Then in January 28, 2018, Clayton meets with Andreessen and Horowitz and instructs them to put together a group and write up a memo. Perkins Coie, which is in the news a lot lately for being, I'm trying to see if I can put this lightly, but you talk about nefarious things, they're all over the nefarious things. And here's another one. I don't want to get in the other one because, you know, Jeff, we got to be careful of what we can say. So Perkins Coie, a member of the EEA, leads the group of ETH investors, right? Then you got March 12th, 2018. Brad Garlinghouse speaks publicly about Ripple using XRP to replace Swift. So you see the narrative's kind of building here. Then on March 26, 2018, Perkins Coie sends Hinman the memo and safe harbor proposal. The only crypto asset mentioned, coincidentally, Jeff, in that safe harbor is ETH. That's it. It's like, here's the memo. There's, I don't know how many at the time in 2018. We're talking about 3 years ago. There's thousands of digital assets, but they focus on ETH.
Hinman also got the safe harbor.
Yeah. They all got safe harbor. They also got safe travel, safe harbor, go where you want. It's all been safe. March 28, 2018.
I wonder if he read it. Unlike Daddy G.
Yeah, that's why he wouldn't answer that question the other day. It's like, but have you read it? We talk all the time. I know, but have you read it? Oh, if he says yes or no, then you know the next line of questioning, he's just got to be like a politician and not pretending to do it. March 28, 2018, Ether investors meet secretly with Hinman asking for a regulatory free pass from the SEC. April 19th, 2018, the meeting is leaked and Nathaniel Popper reports Ether investors seek a non-security designation from the SEC. Then on April 23rd, still in 2018, Gensler comments that Ripple and ETH, a crypto, need more regulatory clarity. Interesting. SEC meets again with Lubin and Consensus on April 23rd, 2018. Then in May, on Liz Clayman's show, Charlie Gasparino reports the Brooklyn Project and Consensus, along with Joe Lubin, who are working closely with the regulators to create a self-regulatory body being sanctioned by the SEC. The Brooklyn Project attempts to correct Gasparino's report. Gasparino rebukes this attempt and tweets out he knows what he was told by Andrew Keys about the SEC. And May 12, Lubin says he's making great strides with the regulators. On May 24th, still in 2018, Lubin claims he can issue tokens in ways detailed in Hinman's speech, which have not happened yet. And then on June 5th, Novogratz, this is, what's his first name, Novogratz? Mike, is it? I don't remember what his name is.
Mike Novogratz.
Mike Novogratz, yeah. Mike Novogratz, close friends with Lubin, says he'll bet dimes to donuts the SEC will declare present Ether not a security. Speech is only 9 days away. It sounds like, I mean, it's coincidental, but it almost sounds like there was a little bit of inside. They knew something. Does it sound like that to you, Jeff?
It does. It sounds just like Nancy Pelosi and her husband, how they were doing all that insider trading.
Right, and people following their trades were making 65% gains on their stocks because of that information. Right. Novogratz also predicts the SEC will soon pick a token and go after it. Whoa. The speech was attached to 63 emails. Now, these are the emails in question, and these are the ones that the Ripple attorneys are going after. They're trying to get these because if the speech went out to 63 people, well, who were they? Are they some of the people, the Novogratz here, they Lubin? I mean, who, is it about the Brooklyn project? This is what I think, potentially gets uncovered that's larger than even this lawsuit. Do you think there's some other weird stuff going on there potentially?
It's just every time, we look and there's more information that comes out. I think the biggest issue with all of this is that, there's this, they go down this path of trying to distinguish personal opinion from professional opinion. And I think that's, if they can clear that part up and says, if you're working for said organization and you get invited to speak, because of your position with said organization, that anything you say in that presentation, unless you're very clear to stipulate that, by the way, this opinion isn't one that's held by my organization, but this is my personal opinion only. Without that clause, anything you say is professional opinion, especially when you're speaking in front of this group on behalf of said organization with the logo of said organization. At that point, it is no longer personal opinion. Now, you get rid of that whole, narrative, all of this stuff falls into place because now it becomes very clear, that, you have individuals that have now spoken with a professional opinion, and people responded in kind and said, well, I responded based on the fact that you said such and such, and you're the representative of the SEC. Why would I take your word differently? Why would I understand it any way else other than what you said? It was very clear. It was black and white. Here's what you said. That's what I understood. I'm taking away that is your professional opinion based on the organization that you're working for and representing. That's it.
And then I want to jump into let's go. It goes a while, but I think it's worth. Now we're still in 2018 until I
Holy cow, there's
change.
a lot of this.
Yeah, June 8th, consensus meets with the SEC again, and then Lubin says the market needs the SEC to scare certain projects away. Wow, you're really starting to see the narrative build here. And then June 13th, a couple of days later, a memo analyzing whether XRP is a security is passed among the SEC staff. The SEC refused to turn it over because it's likely inconclusive that XRP is a security. Then you got June 14th. So there's a few days apart here.
And everything is very clear. It's very clear. Going
back to
2013, it's so clear. So clear.
And you got Hinman's speech, which declares putting aside the fundraising of Ethereum's ICO, Ether is not a security. Now, the funny part about that, Jeff, is why, if they were so nonchalant about sharing personal opinions, like, hey, but they came out as, they're always covering their basis. But I think where John Deaton's going with this is that, okay, that's not what the industry saw. And the SEC sort of backed it up. And that's where it was less of his opinion and more about SEC guidance. So when he said it wasn't a security, now they could have just as easily come off to Ripple and said, hey, listen, we're questioning what happened in 2013. We're not questioning today's XRP, which obviously is a decentralized digital asset, right? But no, they're happy to talk about Ethereum's ICO. Yeah, I know it wasn't good. And ICOs, we usually go after them. But this time, we're going to give it a pass. And after Hinman, Lubin appears on the same stage, claiming he wasn't able to read through Bill's entire speech and asked Hinman spoke about XRP at all.
Did you clarify who Lubin is?
Joe Lubin from the Consensus. Yeah, he's throughout this whole thing. He's the one behind the Brooklyn project. He's the one behind the, also Novogratz was the big time investor that that Vitalik Buterin thanked publicly, saying if it wasn't for your investment, we probably wouldn't have made it. Then the moderator responds that XRP wasn't mentioned, and Lubin replies, well, that's interesting. So he's kind of like, we talked about this. July 26th, Brad Garlinghouse notes that Coinbase announced it was listing ETC 2 days before the speech. Is that supposed to be ETC? What is that? Maybe that was supposed to be ETH 2 days before the speech. I'm not sure.
No, because
what's
2018
ETC?
Was Coinbase. Did they just list ETH at that point? 2018? Let me think. No, ETH was already on Coinbase. So
yeah, I'm saying, but he's got ETC.
Must have been new there.
Might have been. And then in July, and then June 26th, Lubin tells the Domino. Let's see who is this? Dominic Chu. That's on CNBC. He believes that Ripple XRP is massively overvalued. July 6, 2018, Lubin says, I drove lots of the legal work. We got a piece of paper in our pocket before we actually launched the token sale. Ether had an ICO in 2014. Well, yes and no. It really wasn't an ICO. They introduced the coin. They had investors come in. It wasn't rolled out until June of 2015. So August 19th, Lubin praises the SEC, claims it's given pretty high quality clarity regarding crypto. Oh, that's nice to hear, Jeff. Oh, the SEC. And, he came out like a week or two ago, said, oh, the SEC is fantastic. They're doing a great job. Awesome. Yeah. I mean, until they go after your project or your company. Lubin adds that Clayton indicated they wouldn't be grandfathered anybody in, and that the securities law issues are pretty close to being resolved. Of course, contrast Lubin's claims with Hester Peirce criticism regarding the lack of clarity back in 2018, and she's still talking about it today.
That's it. That to me, that's a strong statement right there. Because if you look at 2000, so Lubin is adding that Clayton indicated they wouldn't be grandfathering anybody in, but the securities law issues are pretty close to resolved. I mean, that's amazing to me, right? So 3 years ago, no, it's all resolved. No issues. And 3 years later, no resolution. But yeah, Gary Gensler kind of picks up on that mantra and is saying, hey, no, it's very clear. Everything's very clear to him too. But Hester Peirce, no, it's not.
Well, there's a building narrative here. And, what I love about what John Deaton says at the beginning of this, these are facts. They're not disputed. They're not disputed. They happen. And I don't know. He put them all to this tweet thread, like stormed together, put them in chronological order. When you see them in I've seen a bunch of them before, but never put together where it starts building a narrative. Like,
are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.